Well, hello, and hello. Look who's here. We're so happy that Kid can join us, Diane and Janine, and welcome to HVU Live. Um, we have Diane, who is co-hosting with us, and our special guest is Janine from Turn the Page. She also has a new YouTube channel because you know who took down the other one. And her new YouTube channel is Energy,
Healing, and Truth.
Energy, Healing, and Truth. Thank you for that.
Oh,
So make sure you
so
go
happy.
there and like it. Also, she's on Rumble. All the information, her YouTube channel, her Rumble, her email, it's all in the guest information in our description. So,
So just go to the description. You can find the links there.
yeah.
I have missed hearing your voice every day. Seriously.
And the laugh. You gotta have the
Gotta
laugh.
have to laugh.
All right, so let's get started. Do you have anything that you would like to start with?
At the moment, I can't think of anything. You guys just go ahead and go. I'm just here to show my pretty face and
Do you
help
have
with all the,
you have your oxygen?
intricate
You have your
stuff.
oxygen with you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
No, of course not.
Looking good, kid.
So update on Kid. He told me that okay, so everyone knew that his cancer was bleeding, right? That's why he needed a blood transfusion the beginning of June. And so when he came home, we nearly lost him. I said, that's it. We are starting the Gerson diet. So we can't combine the Gerson diet, Dr. Sebi's diet, and we also have a book called Chris Beat Cancer. And so we are taking from all three of those things. And he said for the first time, 3 days ago, he stopped bleeding completely. There's always just a drop or something
Something
coming out. And it's been at least 3 days now, and it's been no bleeding at all.
Ooh, yeah,
Yes.
baby.
And so his head
All the
had
marks are.
a bunch of Kaposi's, the cancers, and they had lumps that grew with them because that's what cancer is, right? And all of that is shrinking. His head is becoming just round with his two corners now. So I guess that's the update. Oh, and he's coming off oxygen for more hours in the day, where he's not needing that.
It's fantastic.
When he used to have to be on it 24/7.
24/7.
Yeah.
The last time, the last hospital stay, they had to put the PSI all the way up to 50.
Damn.
That's how high that my oxygen had to go before, where last time I was in the hospital for a good, 2 days? It was running at 50.
Yeah.
That's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
So we can go do another live where we talk about what we did and
Yeah.
what kind of results that we had. But right now we want to focus on Janine. She's
Yay!
our guest.
No, I actually rather hear about Ted. I would like to do is make something for him, and maybe we could talk about it a little bit later. You just pick out your favorite stones, kind of healing stones, and we'll see what I channel. I'll open up my Akashic records and pull in your energy and see what the spirit wants me to create.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Oh, that would be so beautiful. Thank you.
Oh, beautiful.
And then yes, let's go over that later because you're offering those for a money energy exchange, right? And so some things she's given away as gifts on her channel. So make sure that you like and follow her on Rumble and YouTube and Telegram. She's on Telegram too. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I am. I tend to forget that. Yeah. And I just started Instagram because people are all saying, "What's your Instagram channel?" I'm like, "I don't have one." Well, I'll make one. So I got kicked off of Facebook. Also, they took down that channel over there too. So I've been reinventing myself and building, and sometimes we have to do that, and to find our inner strength, as Kid knows that he's going through this spiritual journey. And how, Kid, I know that it must have been like a roller coaster with all the energies and everything, and I just want to send you a lot of love.
Thank you. One thing that we're finding out through this is every time that there is like a heated conversation within the room, my lungs tend to go into that air hunger pains. It's weird. And it just sends me for a loop every time. So we have to be like very careful in the ascension that we're going through, that a lot of us are feeling a lot of these pains and we don't know why. It's because of a lot of these lower vibrations are coming into our experience.
Yeah, so let me share how we discovered that. We knew that we get upset with certain situations, but we don't really realize how it affects our body. We can get mad, we can get upset, we can get frustrated, we can get depressed, but we don't have that direct connection until we do, as to how that stuff affects us. So I had an experience which I saw a scenario playing out in my head, and then just a few minutes later I called my husband, and he said something that was almost exactly like my experience, and I said, wait, what? And he didn't know that I experienced that. And so I got visibly discombobulated and a little upset. And so I asked my husband to repeat himself, and the conversation was tense. Kid could feel it, and he started to hyperventilate, and his lungs started to just like constrict, and he couldn't breathe. And we saw the correlation just like that. And so I talked with him, and it helped him to calm down, and he got right back into 0 point and able to breathe beautifully. And that was our first awareness of how tension, conversations with tension can affect our bodies. Because he's in that state, it just was magnified. Wow. So very interesting. Absolutely. So our inner work and our healing is not just the physical, where we're doing the Gerson diet and other things like that. It's mental, it's spiritual, and I saw the necessity of that I need to remain balanced in my conversations, which means that I need to be clued in and dialed in very tightly as to what's happening each moment with the conversation, so that I can address it before it comes up into an upheaval.
Who was speaking when he was going through this, if I can ask?
Me and my husband.
Okay.
And he was on speakerphone, so he could hear the conversation. Yeah. Yeah. And so he got really tense with that.
So you have the couch in the living room, you have the TV right in front of it, and right next to the TV is my bed. Because I'm downstairs, because it's really hard for me to go upstairs. So she's sitting there on the couch with the conversation, and I had nowhere else to go but to listen.
Yeah, so very interesting in the realization of where the healing work has to go and has to happen in our lives. So, yeah. Janine, you are on a journey yourself with, you were just mentioning how you are reinventing yourself, and you said that becoming creative just opened up for you. You want to talk about that?
Oh, yes, please.
Yeah, so as most people know, and I don't reveal where I live now, just to put that out there, but I was living in Arkansas, and it was a beautiful piece of property. We were right on the lake, lots of trees, connected to nature. For about 6 years that we were in that area, and I just couldn't do it anymore. I mean, I would see droves of deer, everything that everybody says, "Are you crazy? Why would you want to move?" It was almost like a calling to me to get involved back into humanity, get with people, get into a community. That's great that we had all that nature, but sometimes too much of something is not good. So, we moved. We went south. We're near the ocean, which I love. When I get a chance to get there, and as soon as we moved into the house, the energy felt very, very good here. It's open architecture. And then all of a sudden I was just sitting there, and I think I was watching like an infomercial or something like that. And it was working with resins or epoxy. And immediately I went online and just started ordering. I had no clue what I was doing, but I always feel guided when it feels right. And kid, you know this, and Diane knows this, and so does Cindy. When you're in the energy flow, when you're in the flow of something, and no matter what, even if you're at the racetrack and someone says, "Don't bet on that horse," and you go and you bet on that horse and it wins, and you just know, right? It's that type of energy that I was being drawn to. So I just started. I turned a bedroom that we have many bedrooms here, but I turned one of them into an art studio, and I got it all set up. That was my thing, was put shelving units in it, and for everything you could possibly think of. And my husband helped me. We got a table in there. He actually cut the piece of plywood to fit the table because he knew that stuff is really messy and what have you. So we got it all done, and then all of a sudden I was just in there, and I always make sure that I do a prayer before anything that I do, and bringing in any type of energy that I need. And sometimes I know when I'm in the flow, and other times I'll start out thinking I'm going to go this way, and then all of a sudden I feel, nope, I got to go this way and get stuff. So can I show you a couple of things that I'm referring to?
Yeah, yeah, please.
Yes, yes.
I actually started out with making pyramids, and that I went big, and now I've gone small. So that's me, right? And so I call this one Mars. It's the Mars energy. A lot of people may need the Mars energy, and the camera here in my lighting is really bad, but this was probably one of my first ones that I did.
That's beautiful.
And then I've got many, many other ones, and I keep them in the studio there. But then, like right behind me, which you can't see, it's right underneath the Trump picture there, is all of my organites, but it's chi. They call these chi, or it's energy, or it's prana. And I actually wrap copper, and this one is actually gold. There's gold specks in there. And then the silver too, because everybody's all hyped about the gold and the silver. If somebody's looking for this, what you do is sometimes you put a stick around this and you put it in your garden if you want the abundance of your garden to grow, right? You're pulling that energy in. And I've got them out in my garden. I got one in my garden and one in my rose bush, because my rose bush isn't doing too well. And you would think in the South, rose bushes should be blooming, but this one isn't. Then I started to go a little bit smaller with some of the pyramids, but I always put the copper in there and the organite. And actually, my husband does all the wrapping and makes all of that. So we kind of like are a team together with that.
That's awesome.
And then, of course, it's almost like I'm obsessive compulsive with this. And if I get an idea and this idea won't leave me, I know I have to go and try to make it and see what happens. So I know there's a lot of people out there that believe in flat Earth, and so I started to make these coasters. This is a flat Earth coaster. It's the actual image of the flat Earth coaster, and I'm going to have 6 different ones. So you'll get a pack of 4 for these, and there'll be a lot of different sayings on them, right? They could just be different colors instead of the blues, and some will be a little bit lighter, the lighter blue, and what have you. The conversation piece. So I thought. The reason why that I went to this was because of the fact that people want to talk about flat Earth, and a lot of them are afraid to. But if you have this on your coffee table, and somebody comes into your house and say, "What is that?" What a great way to start out the conversation, right?
Right?
This one here, and this one here, and I know a lot of people have heard about the Beatles, and Gene Decode just did a decode on them, but I didn't know that before I made it. But this one is the Yellow Submarine.
Oh, wow.
It's really sparkly. It's supposed to be a coaster, but it has too much of it's not a flat surface, as you could. So I just decided to make that. There's a lot of I think there's cut glass in this one here. So whatever I have, I just kind of use, and then also. And kid, if you see something that you're attracted to, and I could make a tower for you. If you wanted the chakras, you want some stones in here. If you want the chakra colors, whatever it is, I make these. I don't have the best of the best ones here, but let's see what I have behind me.
Those are awesome.
Oh, also show your Merkaba too.
Yeah, I was just looking for that one.
You put it
It
back
was
there.
right-
It's under the O on showing.
Oh, thank you. So let me tell you something. When I'm really nervous to make something, I know it's going to be good. And this is the Merkaba or Merkaba, however you want to pronounce it. It's got it's got a ball in there, but it's got the copper in there. And then my husband started creating the copper of the original, the way the Merkaba. There's an entrance in and there's an entrance out. And let's see, is this one? This one has it. It's a lighter blue. It's really going to be hard for you guys to see this if I have to position these just right. There it is. And so, I mean, kid, if you see something that you think, you could also go to my website, which is turnthepage.social. I will custom make these. Each one of them is like a snowflake. There's no two that are the same. And let's see, what else do I have back here? I decided to do one with a little bit of the silver and the gold and amethyst. I got the amethyst points in there. So this is what's been coming out. I mean, I wake up at 2:30 in the morning and I can't wait to, basically open them up and see what they look like. I don't know until they're done. So it's almost, my husband just says, when are you going to start selling these?
Right?
Yeah, and so I'm asking the spirit to kind of slow it down for me, and I love it. And if I'll probably do art fairs and stuff like that. But that's what it's opened up to me now. Candy, if you would have asked me 5 years ago if I would have been capable of making these, I would have laughed at you because I never had an artistic thing in my bones. It just the energies are shifting, like Kid says. We are all feeling it. We're trying to go through different things emotionally, physically, mentally, and spiritually. It's not just one or the other. It's all happening at the same time. We have to remember to tap into something and truly understand ourselves, because if we don't do it now, I don't know when we're actually going to do that. But this one here, I got an inspiration just to do some sea stuff. These are all the shells that I actually get from the ocean. And I didn't get the turtle, but the shells and the what do you call it? The dollar. What do you call
Silver.
it? Pardon?
Gosh. I was going to say silver
Sand.
dollar. That's not sand dollar.
Sand.
Sand dollar. Yeah. And so I have everything. So it's actually I'm going to thrift stores and I'm finding a lot of different things. And I'm just putting them in and just seeing what I create. And like I said, I have it all out on my website. If anybody is interested, I'd be glad to. But if you are, what's that? Oh yeah,
Wow.
That's beautiful.
let me
stunning.
let me go to my website if I can share, if you don't mind.
If I could say something really quick, there's a lot of people out there listening to us that are landlocked, and they always want to be near the ocean. And Janine can make something for you that she found on the ocean, and you could bring the ocean to your home. It doesn't matter if you're in the middle of Arkansas or Kansas or South Dakota or Canada. That is a really great idea.
Yeah, and I bring the sand in from the ocean also. There's other pieces I have out there with one of my first pyramids. So I'll make them 4, 5, 6 inches in pyramids. So this one here. Let me see if I can. Well, no, that's to order it, but it has the actual sand in the bottom there. So everything is out on my website, and they're still working on updating it. They can't keep up with me. I'll say, I made this, you got to put this out there. So they're redoing my website all the time for me because I have this mind of, I get an idea, grab it, make it, and so on. And I'm two steps ahead of them. But, here are like just very simple coasters, selling a set of 4 of them. Can you guys see this? I'm not even sure.
Scroll up. Yeah, there you go. Ooh.
So
Wow.
yeah, so I can do the geometric codes or whatever it might be. And so if you go into the flat Earth, and if people really want to talk about this or give them away, get ready to. I don't know why this isn't opening up. So I was going to show you. There's a whole bunch. I think it's just really slow. Different examples what I can create within the flat Earth here, and so this one here, lies. That would be, if you wanted that one, or this one here says realize, real and then eyes, and then realize, real lies. Tongue twister. Gravity is a lie, flat Earth, and then another picture of this that would all go into these. And so I just wanted to let people know, and whatever you want. So if somebody's interested in something like this, you just contact me, and I'll stop sharing, and we just have a conversation if that's something that you think that you would want to order. And it's all customized for you, for your energy. And I do open up my Akashic records on this, and I pull in your energy. So it's not just me, I'm pulling in your energy, and whatever energy that creator wants me to pull in, because it is your higher self and you're guiding me. And these organites are really, this one's kind of hard to see, but it is all silver that's in there. And, I think it's time that we start thinking more silver and gold.
Yeah.
We have to get ourselves prepared for this, that the fiat, the dollar, maybe they'll stop, killing the trees and everything like that. That's pretty much my creativity. I hope that answered your question.
That is truly amazing. It truly is amazing.
Yeah, it is.
So that's one of the things that I've been up to, but I'm also, like you said, reinventing myself for social media. I now have two co-hosts. One woman, and they're bringing in the younger energy for the trying to attract more of the. I've always had older people, and one is from Spain, and he's traveling through Europe right now. And we asked him to be the boots on the ground because he was heading up to France. We wanted to know if France was on fire with everything that was going on, and he was on the outskirts. He hasn't seen any of it so far. And then he's going to go on up to Italy there. So, of course, we're going to find out what part of Italy and where he's going. So we've been doing that for like a couple of weeks now with him. And then also on Wednesday mornings, very early in the morning, I have a new co-host, Michelle. These are all people, young people, that are just decided that they all need a voice right now. And there's so many. So, Candy, you and I, when we started doing this, there was a very small truther circle. Yep. And everybody was running to everybody's channel. We couldn't wait to be on everyone's channel, and it was so much fun. But then I kind of believe there was a cycle, and then everybody kind of went back and kind of tried to develop their own channels and build it up and make it to what it is. And then now I'm seeing it that everyone is starting up a channel. So I used to have Gene Decode on my channel every month. I can't get him now for every 3 months because he's found a lot of young new people out there. And more power to him. But what's really cool about it is he's not decoding anything anymore. He's making everybody think about it. And he's trying to open up everybody's pineal gland. He's trying to get everyone to really think about it. For example, he's got a show out there, Strawberry Hill, and he tells a story about it that he claims that was ground zero back in the 60s for them to have their nefarious ways in MK Ultra. And he that song, he takes every word and he gives you as much as he can, but there's other things that he wants you to think about. So that's where it kind of started, is his belief in, I don't want to ruin anybody's beliefs about the Beatles, but they used the Beatles, and I think a lot of people are aware of that.
Yep.
Those kids, whether or not Paul McCartney was killed in a car accident very early on and he was replaced. And now, if I would have said that 20 years ago, people would have said, you're crazy. now that I know what I know, I can truly believe that. And I'm seeing some actors that I don't even think are the true actors, anymore. But this is the crazy inverted matrix that we live in. And what we need to do is really learn how to keep our vibes high. And Candy named her show perfectly, and it's taken on so much truth in structure that there's a lot that people are going to be able to accept, and there's a lot that people are not going to be able to accept, especially the far left, if I can call. I hate putting labels on people,
Right.
but those are going to be the ones that are not going to be able to handle a lot of things. They're not going to understand why did the banks collapse. What they're not even believing that the children were trafficked because mainstream media is now trying to tear down the Sound of Freedom movie. They're basically saying it's lies. So we are in this very pivotal time that we have to have our discernment, and we have to be able to say, and I could see it on the news now. I could see it all day long. I could pick through it and just say that's bullshit. That's such bullshit. But not a lot of people can do that yet.
I was in the hospital, when was it, yesterday, and the nurses behind they were in the ICU, they were talking about that movie.
That's
And
great.
I dropped a couple little bombs on them, and they're like, "Oh my God, that makes so much sense." And it's just like, okay, thank
Yeah.
you. But they were all having a conversation about it, and they, let me tell you, all walks of life from every country you can imagine in a nursing facility that were all RNs. And they were having a conversation in between working on the computer and answering my questions and stuff like that. And it impacted each and every one of them. Even the one that knew nothing, one that's known about it forever, one that's heard about it a year ago, and the newbie. They were all, their brains were just expanded a little bit more. And that's where we're going. Just to keep expanding, keep expanding. Not our waistline, but our minds.
I think
I had to be clear.
Yeah, I think once you're awake, the emotional aspect of wanting the food is not there as much. There's other
Right.
things that are more exciting. With my own creativity, all that I can tell you is that once you get into raising your vibration, your creativity is going to envelop you, and so you are looking at it through everything with fresh eyes. It's almost as like, I don't want that hamburger, I want that fresh fruit, or I want to grow my own. We are all going to get back to the point of learning, understanding really soon what bartering is, how to grow our own food. We're going to learn to take care of ourselves because we all know what they have done to MK Ultra, our minds, in thinking that we need to really rely on big government. And one of the first things that I think is we're going to see is with any of the collapses is we're going to see a unity of people come together. And will we do what France has done? Was it a dry run? Maybe to the point where we're standing up for ourselves. Yes, but I don't know. I think more of the blue states, it might be a little bit worse than some of the other states out there. But I just kind of feel that we're heading into something, and everybody just hang on to your hats because we have to go through this to get our country back, to get the world back, and be in a place that we need to be in. You go lay down.
Totally agree. We're hearing
real
a
quick.
lot of information out there that is starting to finally catch up to everything that we've been learning through all the truthers out there that have been saying it's going to happen now, it's going to happen now. No, your now is there now when they are ready, and now it's starting to happen.
Yeah. Yeah, it is happening. So it's interesting. So I saw a news story that came on. Oh, Jesse Waters was on. And I was playing catch up today because I don't watch a lot of TV, but he's one of them that I love to watch because I know he's putting the truth out there. But he's also doing it in a way that people need to wake up. So there's this New Jersey, I don't know if it's a governor or mayor or something like that, but they're trying to bring in the windmills to protect the whales.
Oh, Lord.
Now, yeah, so that right there is the first FF, right? And then the second one would be who is this governor? What is his background? Jesse let you know that he was Golden Sash. He was tied. He was a big wig with that. So Jesse goes in to explain a little bit more and said this guy is going to be taxing the hell out of New Jersey to be able to laundry money back into Golden Sachs. And
Yep.
they're going to tax the hell out of everyone because they want these stupid windmills. The green stuff has nothing to do with where it's like, look over here, but not over
No.
here.
It doesn't. It totally doesn't. In California, taxed to death. And then they want to add more. Kid showed me a video of they want to be able to tax everyone escaping California. In 10 years into the future, they could still come after you for taxes, and I think for up to 10 years extra exiting taxes. And it's like,
Every
what?
year you get taxed
On
for 10
what
years
planet?
once you leave. It's called the leaving tax.
Yeah, the exit tax has been around for many years. Every time you sold a house, you got hit with that extra one. And I would always, where I lived, you actually had to have a real estate lawyer, another chunk of money they had to go to have to sell your house. And he said, "There's nothing you can do about it." Well, this guy knew the truth. He honestly did. He would even say under his breath, if you needed to file bankruptcy, it's in the Constitution for you to do that. And I would look at him, and well, why not? The corporations do it. Everybody seems to be bailing them out, and I think they're trying to figure out how to launder the money now, to be able to survive at this point. Bank of America is now being sued for all the fees that they have done and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
And we're going to be hearing a lot more of these big corporations. We already know about Target, and their Target is just slashing their prices. I don't care if they give away the stuff for a penny. I'm not buying it from them. Let them
don't go there.
their inventory. Yeah, let their distributions fail. Let them go bankrupt, just like Budweiser and all the other ones. It's going to happen.
I guess Ben and Jerry's has joined the woke club.
Well, you know what else is happening? I have some cats that need to be fixed, and so I've been calling around to veterinary clinics, and I'm like, "You're charging what?" So for 3 cats, they want over $1,000, like $1,200 for 3 kitties, and I got into a conversation with one person because I asked this question. I said, "What happened to helping people be the responsible owner and not have unwanted animals being born, take them to the pound to have them, just
Slaughtered.
yeah." And so she began talking to me, and she says, "Well, you know what's been happening?" She goes, "Once, how do I say this without saying it?
Sounds like 2 words.
The CO and the vid. Okay, you know what I'm talking about, right? The poison apple type of situation.
The C19. I do this.
Yeah, there you go. So when that came out, Diane's stuck.
Oh, she is.
Yeah. So
Snap out of it.
so when
Come
that
on now.
when that came out, veterinarians were quitting like crazy, and so much so that it was causing, it is causing a dilemma, because pets are still getting sick and they need help, and these spays and neuters need to be done, and there was such a backup and a waiting list because of the very few veterinarians that were still working. And so what's been happening, she said, is that these big corporations like Petco, for example, have been coming in and buying up all the veterinary clinics, and they're raising the prices. And on top of that, the veterinary clinics that I called, they said, "Oh yeah, so this is how much it costs to spay or neuter your cat, but then there's the charge for the office visit," or another one would say, "or there's the charge for the blood work." And I said, Wait a minute, what if I just want to do the spay or neuter and not do the blood work or not do the office visit? And they said, nope, that's our policy.
Here they charge by the pound,
Seriously?
however much your cat weighs.
Wow.
Right?
Put your cat on a diet before you put it.
Right?
Bring
So-
in a different cat and go, oh my God, it changed overnight.
So, you know what? Talk about
Can you wait,
these.
Candy? Can you wait yeah, on doing that for them? Because I know that sometimes they got to be a certain age for you to do that, right? But it just seems like I'm just sensing that maybe if you wait just a little bit, because everyone's going to be hurting, just like Target is hurting. They're slashing their prices on their products. It's all China stuff, right? Target, all of them. You know, I just think that if it's possible for you to wait, you'll save yourself a lot of money.
Okay. I appreciate knowing that.
That's good.
Good with that.
Yes, we can. We've got a mama kitty that feels like she's going into heat every other week. Kind of
Yeah.
driving me nuts, but
So I pulled a card for you, and these are my Akashic cards. And so what this basically means here is your wishes will be fulfilled if you just wait a little bit. You'll have a lot more abundance within the family if you just wait a little bit of time. And I don't know what it's like to have these cats, if they spray in the house or what have you. Yeah. So also too is that when I see the keys that come up here, this is. It's just a message from the universe to let you know that the community and everything that you were talking about here is going to change, and so
Okay.
that's what the keys are. So
Nice.
yeah, just hang in there a little bit.
all right, beautiful. Thank
That
you.
is
And I was
awesome.
going to ask you what kind of energy work you do. So thanks for that great example. I love what I got.
So what I basically do is I've been doing readings. I've been doing the Akashic records and. Akashic records, I go really, really, really deep, and some people it's for, and other people it's not, because I get to your pattern, the roots, and everything else like that. But what I decided to do was to take a look at these Akashic cards. First of all, it gives you a visual, and not only that, but it was aligned with what I see when I do the Akashic. So there are roses in here that represent your family, your emotional things, children. And then there's like scrolls that reflect, more of, your philosophy, messages for you. Those where scrolls are. They're like the communities again. And then the keys, which is your wealth, success, and abundance, and it's what you keep very close to your heart. And so when it showed me, I think it was 3 keys. I'm not sure, 3 or 5 keys. Which how many cats did you say you had? Was it 5 keys? Okay.
7. We have 7 that needs to be fixed.
Okay, so that was just basically saying that you're wanting keeping them safe and that they are what you treasure. So and then of course is if I would have pulled like the forces, that would have been the natural law of the energies. That would have been just the kasha of the energies coming down. But no, I got the keys. It's your value and it's very important to you. So just hang in there and you'll save yourself a lot of money. Not only that. But you're going to get word of maybe somewhere else that you can go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
Very awesome.
Kid, would you like me to pull something for you?
Sure, I'm open for it. Read me, baby. No.
You don't even have to ask. You don't even have to ask me a question. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull 3 of the cards, and if I need a couple more, I'm going to do that for you. So keep in mind that it's going to come up with the keys, the forces, the scrolls, and the roses, the sea. And I'm actually just going to pull them for you like right now and just see what the energy that I get off of there. Are you okay with this? You seem a little nervous. He's a little nervous, isn't
Well, many people don't read me. And
he? Okay.
I don't.
I won't do it if you don't want me
No,
to.
no, I would love it.
Okay.
I was gonna say I would love it. No, do kid.
Yeah, I'll do one for you, Diane.
That's
Okay.
awesome. Do kid first.
Yeah, so a lot of times with the cards, they're just like any other tarot cards, but these are Akasha cards, and if they're reversed, it just means that the energy is present, but it's more of I don't like to use the word. It's not a negative, but more things that you need to work on. So the first thing that's coming is The Oracle of the Delphi is what came up was his first card, and tapping back into your spirituality, and tapping into the Oracle. You're a very old soul, and you know this. You could rise above it is what I'm really getting right here. Everything, all the challenges that you're going through right now. Let's get back to this card here in a minute, but there is an archangel, whether you sense it or not, is present with you, and it's very much on the positive side, and that is Archangel Raphael. And Raphael is actually, if you could see that really close, has a ball of energy in the hand. So just keep remembering that you are as much energy as the physical body, and you can overcome whatever it is that you're going through right now. But also, too, the Archangel Michael. You got two archangels that appeared in here. It's almost as if you could work, if you wouldn't mind working a little bit more with your own inner child. And Archangel will help you through whatever it is that you feel that you need to work through. And I'm actually getting at the age of 6, if you can remember the age of 6. So if you could take yourself back a little bit further in there, maybe journal about that. And I'm not going to go any further. And then also too, the healing that you're asking for, it's very much there. There's the divine physician. You have that that present for you right now. Please continue to believe in that. And if you could take this image in your mind, you are the healer. It's you within you. And all these other people around you, they're cheering you on, but it's you that's gonna pull yourself through at this particular time. I'm going to pull one more.
Gave me goosebumps.
And also
you showed it. I got goosebumps.
The last card here is the willow card. Okay, if you take a look at it, the willow is always standing by water. It's strong. It's vibrant. It also provides how do I put this, shade. But you need to make sure that you are a part of this willow, if you will. But look at the light that's coming in. You have so many very good vibrations that are in this card right now. And this is going to be you sooner than later. And make sure there's something with the water, though. And I'm going to say it's more on the emotional side. I don't know if you've delved into your emotional stuff, but go back to the age of 6, if you would.
Well, I have to say that is very spot on with everything that you've said, especially about the inner child.
I didn't say it. Spirit gave it to me. You gave it to me.
The inner child has been screaming, "Help me!"
And that's all that you have to do is when you're working with Archangel Michael or Raphael, either one of those there, is ask them. And they want to hear the words "help me," "show me," "guide me." It's so important for you, kid, to reach out. And once you start reaching out and feeling the energy, and I know that you believe this because I'm feeling all the energy on the left side, but I'm not feeling much on the right side. I need for you to work on the male and the female side of you.
The emotions. Been needing to work on that.
That is so beautiful, Janine.
Thank you.
What a gift.
Well, kid is our gift.
Yep.
It's interesting. You and I, we do a lot for other people. We've started up sessions again, and it's interesting being on the reciprocal of where we're receiving. And I'm going to tell you, Janine, that just felt so amazing. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And that's a message that for all of you. And I'm going to do one for Diane right now. Diane, are you ready?
I am.
So you guys know I've always done the Akashic Records, but I never use the cards. And sometimes when I and it keeps me grounded using the cards. But I'll get additional information off of here, so you don't even have to ask me a question. So what I say, I do a little prayer and I open it up, and with your permission to do this, and I just say to them, be with me, have them all with me. And we want to be close to spirit, to our higher self. We want to know and see our true essences of who we are. What message can you bring to me that they need to hear? And that's where I'm going to go with Diane. All right, I'm picking them up and throwing them down for Diane. All right, Diane. All right, so the first thing, okay, so So first of all, um, Kid got a lot of the major arcana cards, if you want to look at it that way. So with you, we're going to go and talk a little bit more about the wealth and the success and abundance, and I want you to hang in there a little bit longer. It's almost as if, and if you want me to stop at any point in time, I will, but I won't
Sure.
be anything very personal. But it's almost you're trying to figure it all out, and when I get the keys and what makes it up, what they're basically saying to me is just relax, Diane. Just let it come to you. Don't work on it too hard because you're burning the midnight oil. Just accept and be, and that'll come to you. Then more of the energy will start coming to you that you're expecting to have. It's almost as if, and I say this to a lot of people, you're playing ping pong with the gods, and everyone says, well, what does that mean? Well, you're asking for it, then you're basically sending it back to them, and then asking them for it again. It's almost as like you're sending and receiving. You're bi-directional with whatever it is that you're. Just sit and be still, and you don't even have to be still. I don't care if you're out riding your bicycle, whatever it is, just feel the energy. And I've been telling a lot of people a lot lately to get out and get into the movement of stuff because that's when you're going to get your biggest hits. All right, so from there, just going to go into another key. You've got another key here, and you're constantly looking to build something. And what they're basically saying, you've already got the foundation there, okay? So it's one key for that, and you're going to be able to get more of this. Diane, what all that I can say is it's almost like you want to hurry up and get there so you can hurry up and get back.
That's what I feel like.
Don't do that anymore. And
Okay.
then they basically are showing me that yeah, again, 8 more keys. You are loaded with the keys, and so. This one here is telling me your achievements, your power, if you will, and this is you've got masters that work with you. Let them in, Diane. All right, you're all about the keys tonight, and this is awesome. And then one other thing that I want to share with you is if you can just start to journal, please. You have to have an outlet for this. You're always setting the course, and you're always looking. This is you on the lookout there. But you know what? Maybe start journaling so you can see more of the bigger picture. I'm not, I'm just saying that if correct me if I'm wrong on this one, is that you set the course and then you drop it, and then you want to move on and try something a little bit different. Just stay with whatever it is that you're wanting to manifest or whatever it is, belief system, and just allow the energies to move. Stay the course is basically the overall message. And that one is a scroll, and the scrolls are your philosophy. Okay, so that your philosophy is correct for you. Obviously, you are mapping things out constantly. You had to map it out in order to get it onto your course. Continue with your course and don't give up on it, but let the energies come to you because we are all need to tap into what the energies are.
Wow. Spot on.
Okay. And anybody that watches my channel, I do a lot of these readings for them. If they, contribute $35 a cup of coffee, expensive cup of coffee, but you're getting a reading. And a lot of times, if they don't want the reading, if you want to just, give me a cup of coffee, I will send you a set of these, and you can do whatever you need to do with them and moving the energies around. And kid, keep thinking about what it is that I can make for you because I will send it off to you in about a week or two.
Oh, sounds wonderful. Thank you.
So beautiful. Thank you, Janine.
Even just a couple of those things that you just held up are perfect for me.
So, Janine, what is your link for sessions with you?
Everything is on turnthepage.social. I've got a website out there that you go to, and can I share with you?
Uh-huh.
So this is right now what I'm actually doing here is the Akashic Tarot readings, and what I'm doing with these a little bit different is I'm going to do a recording, a Zoom recording, and then I'll email it off to you. It's about 30, 40, 45 minutes, something like that, and what I'm getting. So there's like no interaction, but you can watch us anytime you want to. Last year when I did all these, everybody said, "Can I record this? Can I record it?" And I said no at that time, but now I'm going to open it up because the visuals is what's going to help people a lot. And so I'll do that. But there's a lot of other readings that I do out here. Where are my readings? So I will do
a brilliant idea, by the way.
Oh, thank you. And I do the intuitive readings. I do mediumship readings. Your fur babies, mom, dad, whoever's passed over. A lot of times they'll just come into the energy, and then also what I call energy healing, which is I'm reading your chakras, your meridian system, your aura, all of that, and then we have a conversation.
That is awesome.
Thank you.
Everyone, I've had a session with Janine about a year ago, and it was beautiful, and she was spot on, and she's still spot on. And I lost you out in the truthers field. Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
and in my world, they call it the Akasha, because that's what ethers is Akasha. So you lost me out there, but I found you.
Yes. No, I mean, literally just hearing your voice, I'm like, oh, thank God. So now I know where to find you. I'm super excited. I think you still have like the monthly meetup or something like that. I think I joined that a while back.
I haven't done that one too much, only because I've kind of was after they take your channel down, you got to kind of reinvent yourself and move quickly and try to build it back up.
Right.
All I could say is, like I was mentioning to Candy earlier, is that our channels took off like crazy. And, you know, it's because it was new, it was information, it was like everybody couldn't wait to get their teeth into hearing what somebody said, right? Now it's pretty much, you know, we were gifted. I think it was a gift for all of us to just go from 0 to whatever number very quickly. Now that the energies have settled a little bit, I really think Spirit's saying, now get off your butt and do some work. Really work for it now.
Just for me personally, I mean, just watching you and watching Kid and Candy and then having met you, you were the 3 people that had, I'm not saying other people didn't have real personalities, but you showed up with a kindness. You showed up with an authenticity. You were soft. And then, you know, when you were frazzled, I'm like, just go sit down somewhere. Just, just.
The energies were too powerful.
Don't hide. I know. It was like, I disappear to my room and then come back and it's like, okay, I'm good for another 15 minutes or whatever. And I was watching, Kid and Candy working on anybody that asked. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you guys are just getting fried. But, it wasn't for me to say, right? You guys know you. And it was just, you were all 3 so authentic and kind and caring, and people can feel that you actually mean it. And that's why we were all drawn to you. And I'm talking as an outsider, watching the two programs grow, and I enjoyed hearing your voices every day.
Well, that's awfully kind of you to say that. The biggest surprise was meeting Candy, because I would watch her and she was always so quiet, or she would get up and leave, or, I always thought she was so shy. When I met her, I'm like, this ain't the woman I watch.
Right.
And she's just like,
right.
She kept saying, hi, beautiful, how are you? And I was just like, oh my goodness, and it was so much fun. And I remember standing there talking to Kid a long time. Everybody kind of disappeared. I didn't know where they all went. And I was like, just standing there going, okay. And I was with Destin Deplorable. We didn't know a lot of people took off because we were in Vegas, and I didn't know a lot of people took off to go see a lot of different things there. Mr. Trump Taskett was a beautiful soul. I love his energy. I gotta call him back onto the show. He's now married. He did a show with me probably about, I think it was right before I moved, so back in March. And he got me up to speed on it and everything. And he had a long struggle with his fiance being in Japan, and he was stuck here through the whole, C-19 stuff. But it was good to see, that everybody is taking their time, letting things heal, and, knowing that we're all going to get what we need to, what we deserve.
Yeah.
And kid, I can't say enough for you when I met you. I just stood there laughing with you the whole time.
It was fun. I was such
fun.
a social butterfly.
He's so fun.
I'm like, ooh, people.
yeah, actually, yeah, that's I do recall that.
I can only take so much of crowds, and then I get absolutely emotionally exhausted, and I go to my room and let him party. He's
Yeah.
still out there going, woo!
Yeah, I know. It was pretty awesome. You know, I'm like that little nerdy kid. Everybody is like, they take off and they all know where they're going and they all talk among themselves. I'm like, where is everybody?
Right.
Yeah, I'm like, where'd everyone go? But that was good times, and I'm glad that we had them. You know, I got to meet Jason Q in person and so many people, and it's amazing. And I sure hope that we can all get together and do something like that really soon again.
Yeah, that would be amazing to get together and do that. Well, with the news that we're hearing, things are really ramping up out in the truther communities, and
Oh my goodness, the
Mr.
news.
T had some really great words to say of he'll be here very, very soon from his
Who?
own mouth. Mr. T.
Trump?
Oh.
Trump. Yeah.
So
Papa
he said,
Trump.
he literally said to somebody that, don't worry, I'm almost back.
Yeah.
And that was literally from his own mouth. So,
You want to know something? I mentioned something on one of my show because I was like overthinking something. So R.F. Kennedy Jr. is running for the Democratic Party, and people are saying John F. Kennedy Jr. is alive. And I said, well, why won't those two be on the ticket? And Trump steps aside. Maybe he won't come back as, he's still chief and commander, behind the scenes. Maybe he'll just continue to do that. And everyone's like, oh, no, Trump's coming back. I'm like, sorry? I just had my tinfoil hat on there for a minute. But who's to say? I mean, you never know. Maybe there's not going to be a blue and a red. Maybe, I really think that there's government is too big. It needs to break down. And maybe there's just going to be one party that is, we'll see. We'll all have to see. I know that the shit show is being played out every day on the news with the Congress and the House and all that other stuff, and I just sit there and my husband sits there and goes, "Oh my God, do you believe this?" And I walk by, I'm walking behind the TV going, and he's just like, "Do you believe that guy? They got this stupid guy in the White House, And I even did a show about cocaine, about the cocaine and stuff like that. It's just like, come on, you guys, It's hysterical at this point. If you don't think that it is, I don't know. I don't know what to say to you.
Are you talking about the cocaine and Kamala?
Yeah, Kamala, the cocaine with her, or even
My initial thought was they planted it. They're starting the ball rolling. The snowball's going down the hill, and everybody needs to get out of the way.
yeah.
Right?
It'll take it with you.
Are you sure it's snow? It looks kind of
Whatever.
brown to me.
The coke ball's coming down the hill.
So there's news that people are coming under NDAs.
Ooh.
And
Like- No, I'm just really.
yeah, and so that's really cool. We talked to Lee Stymie. Lee Stymie is an anon and a digger and a decoder, and he was saying that he was pulling information in from all around the world and saying, now you put it together.
yeah.
And you cannot dispute what's happening all around the world. So things are changing, and it's the good is coming. Yeah.
It definitely is. Even if you look at the headlines that are out there, I sometimes follow the Nasera Gesera news and just seeing, they're every day they're talking about, the fiat, the dollar is going away, and they're working on it. Every country is trying to dig up the gold right now, and I'm sure that we have it, to cover it. So it's just, when here's the title right off the bat: Bank of America fined millions for opening fake accounts and charging extra junk fees. come on, you guys. If you haven't taken your money out and bought silver or gold or anything like that, you need to start to invest in something or spend it.
ASAP.
All right, everybody, if you have extra money, please send it to Candy and Kid. They need
Yeah.
taken care of. They need to fix those cats.
Yeah, right? Exactly. Some cat zippers.
Yeah, we gotta take care of 7 cats for God's sakes.
Right.
Candy, I just never thought you were going to be that old lady with all those cats in the house.
I'm borderline the crazy cat lady down the street. I really am. Matter of fact, I was saying that, and then I was talking to a friend, and she has 37. I'm like, I'm not there yet. No.
And that person knows somebody else that had 60 a couple years ago. So
all feral cats. They're just
Oh my
caring
God.
for
Oh my
all the
God.
cats that they just keep. The feral cats go out, they spread the word, they bring home friends, and it's just growing. Then they have babies, and she goes, it's just growing.
It's like
I
the
have
Kool-Aid. You
4
have the
feral.
Kool-Aid house of cats instead of the Kool-Aid house of kids.
What's that,
Right.
Diane?
I have the 4 feral cats that come outside, and then one of them had babies somewhere.
oh dear,
Yeah.
somewhere.
I'm on your heels, Candy. And then I got the one nut in the house.
Yeah.
So
that one's
just kind of get back to the geopolitical stuff really quick here. The
Yes.
IRS, there's going to be a couple of whistleblowers coming out next week, you guys.
Yes.
They're investigating, and they're talking about congressional hearings next Wednesday.
Yes.
You guys, if you want to get entertained, you want to watch the clown show, go right ahead, but observe, but don't absorb. That's all that I can say.
Observe, but don't absorb. Yeah.
I like that.
Watch, but do not attach.
Yeah. Yeah. Look, but don't touch.
Yes. It's like, ooh.
So, Kid, if you do like these 4, I'll send these to you if you want, and I'll reach out to you to get your mailing address
Yeah, I
or
do
something
like those.
different.
That would be amazing.
Yeah, maybe I'll make one a little bit bigger. So these you could put anywhere. I don't know.
Grid your room.
Yeah.
I think one in every corner of the living room would be great to kind
Oops.
of like balance the energies around. So when there's like those evil conversations that come into
Oh my goodness.
it helps
that's
my
just-
lungs to stay normal.
Yeah, that's just called putting up a protection around you. Make sure there's a mirror on the outside so that it bounces back off, right?
Yeah, so this healing journey is not just for him.
Yeah.
We're all
It's
learning.
for
Not
all
bitten
of
for
us.
pussies either.
And when Kid and I were talking about it, he says every one of the HVU family members is also going through this journey with us. And they're learning through what Kid's going through too. It's affecting all of us.
It really
Yeah.
is.
It has to be like if you look at it at a bigger picture, all this that's going on in the world is affecting all of us, and we do have to come together, and we have to hold the energy for Kid, for everything, every soul out there. We have to help our brothers and sisters. If they can't stand up, we help them stand up, and we take them with us on this journey, and that's what this is all about. Every single day, you wake up and you just. First thing you should do is say what you're grateful for and then start your day.
That's a great way to start the day as soon as you wake up, because as soon as you wake up, that's when the energies hit you the highest.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, even if you're just like, waking up with one eye open and you just realize how grateful that you're here another day. And you know what? We all agreed to come here at this particular time to witness this. And if some of us are have a little bit that we have to work on to feel stronger, then we hold the energy for you, and that's what we're here to do.
Yeah, exactly. Closed mouths never get fed, so. Yeah. Oh. I think my lungs are good. My lungs have enough.
Yeah, you ready to Wow. We were on for over an hour, Janine.
I know. I saw that. I'm like, okay. This is a good example of when I get my own way, right? I get in my own way. And Spirit is saying, no. You got to be on here a little bit longer.
Oh, we had so much fun, and time just flies. You need to excuse yourself.
No, it just sharp pain right here at the bottom of my lungs just hit for some reason.
Do you need your asthma medicine?
I need to breathe.
Yeah, there's that stuffy nose.
So what I'm also going to send to you too is the Merkaba with the orgonite in there, the copper where the energy's coming in and coming out. Maybe it's very powerful. So maybe you can figure out how to use it for yourself when you're in these situations right now. What you basically just said is that you need to breathe. You know how to breathe, but at the same time, it might be a little bit difficult. So, just call on the energies and always ask for help, kid, please. They're right behind you. If you'd be amazed on who walks with you, you know this.
That's one of the biggest things I've been learning is to open my damn mouth and frickin' ask for help.
Yeah.
Because I've never asked for help. I've always been brought up, kid can do it by himself. Kid can always do it by himself. He's always by himself. He'll do it all by himself. He'll do everything. And
that's okay when you're younger and everything like that. But then there's especially when you get older. Let me tell you, I have learned, and it was the hardest thing for me too, to always ask for help, and I constantly. Will say, I need your help. And it was so hard for me to say, hey, can you lend me a hand or I need your help. And I do it more often now, and I appreciate it. And so that what it is it's an exchange of love, right? It's basically you're communicating on an energetic level that is just being grateful.
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
Very true.
We're all learning to speak our truth.
Yes, we
Yes.
are.
And in the moment, and it's so important to do it in the moment.
Yes.
Yeah. So a couple weeks ago, what a lot of people were going through when I was channeling this is a lot of the male energy was off balance with the female. It was just wacky. So a lot of male energy was pretty much they don't get in touch with their emotions, their feelings, or any of that stuff, right? And so this is on a global perspective, and I was asking Spirit, what's going on? Why are all these men seem to be energetically attacking the female side of things? And so that's what it was, is they were saying that there was this new energy that was actually coming in, and it was affecting more of the men or our male side, and we have to work with that to balance out the male and female side. And, it was like 2 weeks ago, I think it was, but then I noticed that it did even out, and everything became a lot better for humanity. It really did.
Yep. I agree.
Wow. You okay?
Yeah, I'm just breathing.
Damn it.
Just checking in. He's on the floor, and I'm still not asking because he gets triggered when I ask, "Are you okay?" Oh yeah.
Well, you just asked that like not even 2 minutes ago.
Yeah, well, we're talking about your lungs, though. Just want to make sure you're still okay.
Keep going. Keep talking. You guys can keep on talking. I'm just.
Well,
breathing.
I want to say thank you for having me on here. This was a lot of fun, and I appreciate it. And you guys are just all beautiful souls. Thank you so much.
We absolutely enjoyed having you. So glad this worked out.
Yes,
Me
me
too.
too.
Yeah. And we got to have you back.
Yes.
Yeah.
Most definitely. This was a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
Yeah, anytime you guys want me to come back on and do some readings, or even for anyone else, you guys are on Zoom, I'm sure. Can you see the chats down there? Are you
We can
live?
see the chat. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So if you have like 5 more minutes, if somebody wants a reading, I'd be glad to pull some cards for some of your
Oh.
community.
Who is this?
Anyone?
Any takers?
Yeah.
Takers?
Oh, Candy said, I want to hug all of y'all.
Oh.
Yeah, it's Candy Woolridge, yeah.
So you guys just give me a name and let me know who it is, because I can't see anyone out there. But hello, people.
Okay.
Candy would like a reading, and then Miss C would like one.
Oh, that's awesome.
I can't wait to get back into doing the card
I
readings
know.
again.
Oh yeah, we're planning on, if everything goes okay with Kid, we're planning on going live on Friday on our channel and doing readings, and I'll do light language, do some healings.
Awesome.
So who you said this was Candy?
Candy,
Yes. Candy with a K.
Wooldridge, yes.
Candy Wooldridge. Well, first of all, the first thing I'm actually seeing is that she's got 3 roses are coming up, which is her family and her loved ones. And this is the coolest picture I've ever seen. So I just want to show this. It's all her love elementals. It's her family. She's very connected to her family. And the energy's there. And it is just so beautiful. I think she does take time out. She seems to have her emotional self intact, but if you also look even closer, there's like little fairies that are around these children. So she has a very different perspective on life and what she actually believes in. And so the next one is, this is interesting. So I'm trying to read these as a pattern for her. Candy, it's. She loves to have a lot of fun. So it says up in the air. So up in the air. So things apparently are, if I were to say this to her, maybe she needs to be a little bit more grounded from time to time. Things, she's always probably one that is always looking up, which is great because everyone that has these stupid devices are always looking down, but she can always see the bigger picture and she enjoys that. But I think from time to time, and that's okay, but from time to time, I think that for her to make the connection with the family is just to feel a little bit more grounded, hug those trees or do whatever it is that you need to do. She is a very spiritual human being, experiencing, humanity right now on a level. And when I see this is a picture that I have on my website, and it came up for her in the third card. It is the Queen of the Scrolls. So if Candy, if you are not writing a book or thinking about writing a book, you have a way with words that I think that if you were going to write a book for the children, you take that perspective and take the pen to the paper or the computer or whatever it is and begin doing what you need to do. You are channeling information that'll be perfect for the young ones that are coming up. If she could just give me a comment out there, what she thinks about that. She's a beautiful soul. That's all I could say. Who's the next one?
Next is Mrs. C, MISSC.
MISSC. Okay, let's see what we get for. I'm going to shuffle these up really good and. All right. Okay, so there's an archangel is the first one that comes up in this one. Infinity is the way I look at it, and also this kid got with the ball of energy, right? It's you have access to it, but look at the heart, and this is I didn't point this out for Kid, but look at that heart chakra from Mrs. C. She definitely has a strong belief in her angels and continue to hold that energy because that's what you are doing. Is you're actually holding that energy there. And let's see, what is the next one you have that's come up? So this one here was a little bit on the shadow side, if you will. It's the scrolls, and it's the sands of time. It's like she doesn't have any patience. It's upside down. So that's why I'm saying, she's, either she's waiting for something, but, just try to be in the moment. Try to be. Just try to be. And then last but not least is, she really wants to get to the top of the mountain, you guys. Or Mrs. C, is that what it is? She's doing all the right things that she has to do. But what this one here is showing me is that the page, you'll get there. You will get there definitely. But when it's upside down, it's present, but it's more slow it down a little bit, Mrs. C. And just enjoy life a little bit more. You'll get to the top. You'll get there. And if you want to leave a comment in the chat and let me know what you think about that.
It's kind of
So-
like your your name. Turn the page. You don't turn a couple pages. You turn one page at a time.
That's
Turn
right,
the page.
until you get to a whole.
But Candy Wooldridge, she said, right on point. I love everybody.
Oh,
Okay, so next would be Carrie S.
okay. All right,
It's
so we
so
get
amazing being
Carrie
on the other
S.
side of watching
I feel like I
somebody
know
else.
that energy and I don't know why. But so very much somebody that I would say right off the bat is it's take a look at this one here. It's all about her family, her loved ones, the community, and definitely there she has. If you look at everything, it's in that everything seems to be in its place. Everything is just is good for her. So that this is good. She really does care a lot about people, her family, the community. And the next card here is another beautiful archangel. It's Gabriel. And Gabriel is there to help you because it was on the shadow side. So basically, if you were to access any of the energies out there, take a look at and research the Archangel Gabriel if you don't already know about it. And it's a 3, which means your communication. You can open up the level of your communication with the Archangel Gabriel on this here. And also, too, I'm not sure if you're in a relationship, but you've got one coming if you're not in one. So there you go. It's somebody very, very spiritual, somebody that you probably agreed to have this relationship. If you are already in a relationship, this is something that I think that you're going to meet somebody for whatever particular reason that you need to meet them. You've got somebody coming in. It doesn't always have to be love and romance. It could be a business venture, anything like that. And it is definitely designed for you to meet them soon.
You know what, Janine?
Yes.
Kid was given the card that he was going to get a relationship, and he got a puppy.
Hey, every relationship, that's what we're all here to learn is about our relationships. And it could be on every level. So there you go. What's more perfect than something that's very loyal to you? They can't speak to you, but their loyalty gives you more words. And I'm glad that you have a puppy. What's the puppy's name?
Her name was Yuki.
Yuki?
Yuki, yeah.
Yuki means snow in Japanese because she was white and fluffy.
Fluffy.
All right, so do you want to do any more?
Do you have more requests, or it's
Oh.
up to you guys? This is kids' time and your time.
Well, I'm feeling better right now, so I can sit here.
I'm just
Pa-
I'm just gonna take one quick break here, and I'm gonna let my dogs out. They're bothering me.
okay.
I'm so thrilled to hear her voice and her energy. She's just
Right?
amazing. I think Jim Lutz is up next for a reading. Real quick.
Actually, Pamela, I think.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. This is one of my babies.
Jupiter.
Oh, she's so cute. Oh my gosh, and that black and white one. Oh my God. They are so cute.
We call her our ADHD kitty because she can never sit still.
Oh, she's so sweet. Oh my gosh. What a great show, you guys. I think that, we've hit on almost like every topic.
We've hit on truth.
That's
We've hit
out
on
there.
spiritual. We've hit on mental. We've hit on
Yeah.
a lot of things today.
Yeah,
it's been
and
truly amazing. It's been. I hate to use the word blessing, but in human terms, it's blessing. But in our higher vibrational terms, I would say it is just high vibrational. And
Right.
it's just
Beautiful.
awesome.
So Pamela is next.
Who is Pamela?
Pamela's next for a reading.
What's her handle? Is it just
Pamela.
Pamela?
Pamela.
Pamela.
Simple. All right. Pamela, Pamela, Pamela. They're already getting a hit on her energy. All right, let's see what we got here. Well, Pamela, Pamela, Pamela. So the first thing that I get are the scrolls. There's 4 scrolls here, but if you look at this picture, it's the karmic trench. You've already been through the karmic stuff. You've already dug the trenches. It's over with. Let it go, whatever it might be, Pamela. If you could just visualize this a little bit better, I think it'll make a lot more sense to you. You're at the end of it. So whatever it is that you think is holding you back or making you stuck, it's an illusion. All right. And then also too, so she got another 7 scrolls. So that was 4 scrolls for her. And if you guys want me to repeat what the scrolls are, or are you guys pretty good on that? So it's reflection of her mind. So when I get this, it's more of like what's going on with her deep thoughts. Everybody has the hamster wheel from time to time that comes up. So that's what I'm thinking, is that she thinks that, no luck is good luck, or whatever you want to call it. But no, it's done. It's over with. You got to think a little bit more positive. And it was in the right position. So you're done. You're done with everything up until now. A lot of times people say, oh my God, is this karma? It's not karma. It's you making yourself feel like that it is. So that's a lower vibration. And then also too, the next one that I'm getting is, I think I'm not quite sure how old this person is, but it's almost as if, you're constantly trying to build something. You've already got the foundation of that built, but continue to do whatever it is that you're doing. You're going to get what you're asking for. So how do I put this? It's not like some people say, well, I take 1 step forward and then 2 steps back. I think that's part of, it's just bullshit. It's just the hamster wheel going on. Just try to, so when I get that, what I'm getting is that sometimes you're easing God out. And all you have to do is, that's your ego. The ego is easing God out. So what you have to do is just tell your ego from time to time to step aside, and then you're coming through, because you're needed to do this so much right now. And all of your wishes will be fulfilled. Okay? You're going to have so much abundance along with the rest of everybody else. Who's up next?
J.P. Sane.
J.P. Sane? Spell the last name?
SAYING.
Yeah.
Sane.
J.P. just Sane. Sorry.
Oh.
And then
Just playing. Just saying.
All right, let's see what I get here. What do we have? All right, so, it seems to be the theme here with a lot of people in this community is that, again, it's almost like Diane's first card that I pulled in the first position here. Sometimes you may be pondering a little bit too much when you actually have the answer right above your head there. Go more into your treasure is your getting connected to your higher self, JP, right? And then also too, again, it's all about the structure of your life, and I'm getting that a little bit different. This card came up before, but it's almost as if you really look at this picture here, it's almost like a reflection. When you look in the mirror, a lot of people. This is what's coming to me, JP. It's almost like those circus mirrors. You can walk up to it and see yourself very clear, but people behind you see something that's a little bit distorted. I'm just saying to you that right now, if you could, just know that what you're doing, what you're building, you're on the right path, and I'll just leave it at that. And then also too, so you have an ability to bring in the energies needed. You're very gifted in doing that. It's almost as if the Queen of Forces, so you can bring in the night energy and bring in the day energy and balance it out. So keep doing what you're doing. Now look at is that this they're standing in a pool of beautiful emerald water. So you have the gifts. There we go.
And what's funny is that in that picture, it may be day and night, but the water stays the same.
There you go.
So no matter where you stand, it's all the same.
Yeah, it really is. We need the nighttime to rest, to rejuvenate, to build up our energy. But JP has a way of balancing it out.
Yeah. That's awesome.
So I sent you a list, Diane. Do you see it?
Yep. Yes, I do. Jim?
I'm done with that one. Did you want me to do another one?
Yeah, we have like 3 more if you want to do 1 or 3.
I'll just do 3 more.
Okay, and then we'll call it a day.
Yeah.
Okay. Jim.
Jim?
That's all we got. Jim.
Okay.
His last name is Lutz. Jim Lutz.
Yeah.
Okay, Jim Lutz. Look what we got going here for you. I love it. All right, so the first of all, it's the forces. I'm getting 4 forces, and forces are all about your level, your energy, your consciousness. And Jim, what I'm actually, I'm going to show you here the picture here. Whoops, I just. Okay, so if we look at it, spring and autumn, right? There's 2 different seasons, and we just went through the spring. He's looking forward to doing something very powerful coming up in the autumn time. So when I actually see that, it's almost like time changes, so on and so forth. We in the spring we plant the seeds, and in the fall we harvest, right? And so I'm thinking that when the first picture that came up for Jim is that this energy that he's creating right now is going to benefit him a lot next month, right? August is right around the corner, so he's done a lot of his spiritual work, and that's where I'm coming from, is the spiritual perspective. And he is actually clearing the way right now, and that's what I'm seeing. If you can kind of see this a little bit, he's got 4 keys there, and he is actually clearing the way. Nothing's going to stop him. You see that there is a tree in the way there, but he's going to get help, whatever it might be. We all have these blocks that come up, and that's not a big deal because it was in an upright position. But this one here card always gives a lot of controversy, especially in different communities that I show this one. But this is, it's like he's worked busy as a sculptor. Whatever it is that he is doing, he is creating it. He sometimes burns the midnight oil, if you will. And I want you guys to give me your interpretation of what you think this is. People will say, "Oh, the moon is good. The moon is not bad." Whatever, but I think that he's done so much work that he's going to enjoy the fruits of his labor.
Beautiful.
Kid, what are you getting?
Well, there's 2 lights. I'm seeing that there's 2 candles. 2. There's a choice that is needed to be made as you're sculpting the sculpture that is right in front of you. But what choice will you be making right now is the most important thing that you need to focus upon. Not about the sculpture itself, but the choice that you're going to be making, that next choice, is what I'm seeing.
Yes, and so if I look back, he's got a beautiful balance here. He's got more keys than anything, but he's got the forces, and the forces are all about his level of consciousness. It's a great way he's looking at the natural laws of everything, and he tracks what he needs to attract, and I think that's beautiful. And then of course he's got his wealth, success, abundance, career, and authority, and most of all he's got his confidence.
Yeah. You were going to say something?
Oh yeah, just something came through. There was a light that's closer to him, and then the light that's on the other side of the room.
Yeah.
And that could mean two choices, one that's coming now and one that's coming later. And one will lead directly to the other.
Good observation. That's a good one.
Jim, give us your thoughts, your concerns, or your comments, and we appreciate it. I'd love to hear the feedback on that.
We've got one more, but the only thing I saw on that card that screamed at me were the 3 lights in the triangle through the window. Is that a trinity or?
I've already shuffled them. Yeah, I do.
Physical
I do
mental
remember. Well, yeah. So it could be. You know, I think this individual is very well balanced, and it's almost as if he wants to manifest anything he can.
That's awesome. So Deborah Robbins.
Deborah Robbins.
By the way, Pamela says, wow, spot on. I am amazed. Thank you. Definitely still lots of self-work and healing. Thank you so much. Carrie said, thank you. Janine, that was absolutely spot on. I will learn about Archangel Gabriel. In the last week, I have been offered work and new furniture. Ooh. I am meeting new people all the time. Sweet.
Fantastic. I'm glad it resonated. I'm just pulling your energy, you guys. All right, so let's see what we have here. Deborah Robbins, is that correct?
Yes.
That's the name I was, all right, pulling from. So Deborah Robbins. Okay, let's see what we've got going on here. So Deborah needs this reading. So first of all, I've got some of the keys. It's 2 of the keys, and all these 3 cards. I'm going to pull 2 more after this because they're all in the reverse side. So this is some work. The energy is present there for her, but it's almost as if she needs to work on it and make it in these upright positions. So again, it's the treasure. You guys, how many times have we seen this in this community? Very much so. Yeah, that's the 4th time, right? It's almost as like, should I stay or should I go? I don't know what, you know. But it's almost as if sometimes people can't make a decision if their life depended on it. And I'm kind of sensing with Deborah that if you just make one choice, it doesn't mean that you can't make another choice after that. So it's almost as if people are afraid to make a wrong decision. And that's what I'm getting on that one there, because it was in the upside down position. And again, this is the same card as the last one they got, is talking about the various seasons. If you know what I'm really getting is that a lot of times people are just sitting around. And Deborah, you correct me if I am wrong, but are you just sitting around waiting for something to come to you? You can't be doing that. You've got to make it happen. You got to move your energy. And that's what I'm seeing is almost everybody is if somebody throws out in the truther community a certain date, people will sit idle by and wait for it. You can't do that. You've got to keep moving your energy and do something. You know what? I would have told you, I would have laughed at you if you would have told me 3 months ago that I would be making these type of things. I would have said, are you crazy? And in order to do that, you have to get connected to your higher self or get connected to something or someone else. Feel a part of something. A lot of people are out there, are by themselves, are lonely, and they're struggling to fill their time. And all you have to do is pick up something, just one thing, and or just get out of the house. Just move your energy. And so, you know, it's the same thing with the last one where she's trying to. It's almost like some things are just so overbearing for her that she doesn't try anymore. So I'm going to pull 2 more cards here and just see what is actually going on. Very emotional. She is very emotional, and you know, it's all going. It's not the karmic things that you think it might be happening. All that I can say. I'm going to pull one more here because I don't like how it. The last card was the karmic card that I got, and okay, here we go. This is what they're basically showing me is that if you look as above as below, right? Reflections. Sometimes people tend, and this is in their upright position, we tend to ponder a lot, right, about decisions that we made and stuff like that. Sometimes stay stuck a little bit. And it's okay to reflect, but you have to keep moving. You have to keep moving with the energies. And when I see this one, when I see the sailboat, you're on your way. You just have to let go of the thoughts, the wheels that spin. So when people are by themselves and they're alone, they get to find out a lot about themselves at the darkest time of the night, right? You wake up, everyone in the household is sleeping, but your own internal thoughts are there. And a lot of times those thoughts can turn from, am I any good? I should have done this, should have, would have, and could have. That's what I call the hamster wheel. Now I need for you to look in the mirror and say how much that you love yourself. Just basically take a look at all the things that you've done throughout your whole lifetime. If you're going to reflect of how you actually were able to help somebody in your lifetime. That's what you need to reflect on in order to get unstuck.
For reflection, I like to use the rule of gravity. What goes up must come down, right? But it's also changed to how it is up, so it is down, how it is down, so it is up. So if you're looking for help, call upon the angels that actually have the same jobs of the people that you're looking for that are down here, because they have the same jobs up there. So you just have to call upon them.
And ask the three magic words: help me, show me, guide me. Help me, show me, guide me, and you will get an answer. It's no different. They want to send the energy to you, right? And how many times have we said that, and all of a sudden something appears, and I was just thinking that.
Right?
Quinkadings. I think not.
Oh, this was awesome.
We got a few more comments. You want to read them?
Jim says, awesome. You're also right on. Candy, your comments touched my heart. Felt it. Almost brought tears. Bless you all. Thanks so much.
You're welcome.
Pamela says, you struck a chord. Of course she did. She's amazing. My dream is a healing farm. Healing herbs, rescuing animals, and healing people. It's in my soul. I just hope the universe showed me the way. Well, just like what you said, the three...
Candy's got a cat that you could rescue.
Please
Start
do.
here.
All right, everybody, please donate to Candy's cats to get fixed. Here, I got some, I actually have some silver and gold nuggets I will send to you. I'll try to cash those in, okay? You won't get too far.
That's awesome.
Oh, this was amazing. This was absolutely amazing. Family, thank you so much for being here and being with us and sharing your energies with us. It's just been an absolute roller coaster ride with every single one of you, and it's just, fun. It's been a lot of fun.
This is not the tower in DC. This is actually a silver bar.
That's beautiful.
That's awesome.
Kid, I'm going to send this to you.
So Deborah says, I have slowed down as my youngest son, age 40, passed on Mother's Day while out of town. We just brought his ashes back this last weekend. Thank you for the reading and advice. Much love and appreciation to you.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, it is really tough right now. If I could just make a comment, and then I'll let everybody go. I can get really chatty here, but there is so much that we've all lost, and it started in 2017. Whether you guys know that or not, there was a portal that opened up. Maybe even 2016. A lot of them just decided that was their time to exit, and it's still happening. And unfortunately, in 2020, it was forced upon a lot of people. The hardest thing that we go through. And you guys have to realize, I just did a show last night. We talked about this a little bit. They're not gone. They're not gone. It's just a veil that we can't see them. And I channel a lot of people who are on the other side. And, if anything, they want you to celebrate their life. I mean, if you can get around and talk to other like-minded people in the family and talk about the wacky things that they did, anything that can bring a smile to you. And I'm sure that this last person that wrote that about their son has nobody ever wants to do that, bury their kids, right? but it's heartbreaking. And it's easy for somebody, as I lost two of them within 9 months, my mother and my sister, and it was the toughest thing. The first thing they want to do is put you on some antidepressant. They want to put you on a drug, right? And it doesn't work that way. You have to go through the grieving process. And if you've got to cry, cry. If you've got to laugh, laugh. Just do what you've got to do. And just keep holding that energy. The energy is not gone. You actually have an energetic cord to each and every one of, whether it's your mother, your father, your child, whatever. It's still there. It's like an umbilical cord it's energetic, that's still attached. Even to our pets. How often all of a sudden you're doing something and you remember, oh, Rover. It's like, where did Rover come from? You know what I'm saying? And they don't want to see us sad, because they're actually happy. They lost the suit that we walk around in, but they're a beacon of light, and sometimes they're there with us. More importantly, they're there with us when we need them, but they have their own work to do. And some of them will come back and reincarnate, and especially if you have someone that's expecting. And a lot of times, if you're a grandparent, you can actually pick out that child there resembled my great aunt or something like that. That's truth talking to you. So just take it one day, 1 minute at a time, and grieve the way that you need to grieve.
Totally agree. Totally agree. So for
Beautiful.
anybody that would like to schedule a reading or to see what type of products that Janine offers, the website is at the very top of the screen, as you guys can see over there. Over there somewhere.
I wish I could see that.
And I'm gonna pin it right now. There you go.
On YouTube. So for everyone that would like to go, the website's up there. We love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Diane, thank you so much for co-hosting. You've been amazing. Janine, we want to have you back with us again very soon.
Very soon.
We will even probably schedule, a thing where we do readings for everybody.
All three of us
do it. Oh, that would be amazing.
Definitely. We can plan that out. And I love helping if it raises the vibration high by doing a reading for someone. That's what we'll do, and I'll be glad to come back. I had so much fun with you guys. It is so good to see you, Kid and Candy and Diane. My gosh, it's been forever. Last time I seen you, I think your hair was different color.
It was
Thank-
purple.
I love that pink hair, purple hair. Love
I
it.
know.
Yeah,
I love all three of
the
you
first
so
time
much.
that I met her, here's this lady running after me saying, Janine, Janine, Janine. And I'm like, okay, here it comes.
Yeah, and
I
you
love
were-
that. She's such a sexy nana.
You were sitting at a table, and I'm like, "Oh my God, there's Janine!" And you're like, "Holy crap, somebody's going to attack me!" And it was just
I was not expecting anyone to even recognize me or anything. I was like so beside myself. I was probably sitting with Jason Q. I would think.
You were sitting with. You had just gotten there, and you guys were eating breakfast because you told me we just got here, and you were with Mr. Trumptastic. And I do realize I have a large voice, and I know you probably thought 37 people were going to come and roll you, but it was just me. Sorry.
Hey, it's Vegas. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Oh, yeah.
Stays there.
That's for sure.
Thank you guys.
love
Blessings,
you.
blessings
Thank
to
you.
everybody.
All right,
I love
family. Love you. Talk to you soon.
I know.
Probably not going to want to hear this, but I'm going to say it anyway. Always go with the choice that scares you the most, because it's the choice that's going to help you grow.
Wow.
I can't do negative today. Positive vibes, positive vibes.
Hey, best friend. Wait. To the person seeing this, I know you're tired. I know you're fed up and so close to breaking. But remember, you have strength within you even when you feel weak. Keep fighting, best friend.